the roof in the front is attached. This actually is the way the building finally wound up. We don't have this in the finished drawings or model, but it's somewhat elongated here on my right, and the additional curvilinear piece, which hooks in a systematic way to the exterior of the building, like its friend to the north. The building is probably most legible in section, and let me run quickly through a couple of sections. You can see the wooden trussing system. The arch or the curve, I guess, in this time when connections are automatically made to earlier pieces of architecture, calls forth the barrel vault and the church and all of that, and there have been some comments made that it was a sort of facetious goings on here, the sort of church of the holy pinball. And that really wasn't in any way the intention, although it does have that curvilinear face. In any case, the wooden truss system, which holds that corrugated metal skin, and that wooden truss system which runs the front length of the house. However, the relationship between that exterior profile and the interior profile changes as one moves from room to room. This sloping piece here remains constant, but the ceiling does a bit of jumping around, as you'll see in some of the other sections. You can see the two steel channels that they run through, that run through the building in this L-shaped configuration there with the ducts on top. The first section was a section through the very end of the building, through the master bedroom. This is a section through one of the intermediate rooms. At this point, the channel girder system was simply dumped. It was easier to frame this piece out of 2x4s, but the profile on the outside was kept the same, and the truss system remained the same. Section through the dining area, you see the concrete support system for the pinball alcove, the pinball machine, a loop of neon that runs around that wall in the alcove, and again the channel girder system, a dropped ceiling there over a portion of the dining area, and the concrete base and double insulated metal stack for the fireplace. The front case with the two curves is actually the only case in the building where the exterior configuration of curve and the interior configuration of curve are congruent. You see there what I guess one might call a bar, an eating area. The kitchen is essentially an open space. That cross bracing there, by the way, is a 2x2 steel tube within a brace. It's actually a brace frame. It's done that way because there is not much in the way of continuity through the walls, no lateral support. So we made these brace frames with 2x5 steel tubes, and then the diagonals, which are 2x2. And then the section through the garage and the room up above, which could conceivably function as a studio, a maid's quarters, or some use as yet undefined. Above that, and this will be, I think, somewhat clear in the model, the steps of what essentially amounts to a bleacher system, which was designed so that one could come up and view the city to the south and the east, the hillside behind the property, and also the roof itself. There's the Wicked Witch of the East sneaking around. At the top, the address actually placed in that utility area at the top of the driveway. There's a profile, actually, that's where the old house was, also a change in material from sheet metal to stucco. And there she is again. The pool, as it's designed here, is essentially a reconfiguration speaking of self-indulgence, a reconfiguration of the existing kidney-shaped pool on the site. In putting these slides together, actually, it occurred to me to put in a comment or two via slides of how far we've come, or maybe I should say how far we've gone, or maybe I should say at least how our targets have changed. From this, which you all know, to this, which you may not know. And finally, if you missed the Last Supper the first time around, and it's conceivable that you did, there's another one playing this week at the Architecture Gallery in Venice. Thank you.
Till